First of all, I would like to respect Professor and good evening, Professor and everyone. My name is Jesus. Today, I would like to do lectures about my midterm special individual assignment at the N503. On these lectures, I will discuss the background of the study and the statement of the problem of my research titles about the consumer perceived ease of use and satisfaction with EDC digital transaction service in Phnom Penh. The writing strategy, I use the global to local strategy. This lecture is organized into 5 parts that correspond directly to the requirement. I will introduce the research title, prove my writing strategy paragraph by paragraph, identify the issue in the background, so the transitions paragraph, and finally demonstrate how those issues were used to build the statement of the problem. Let me begin with my introducing my research. The title of my study is The Consumer Perceived Ease of Use and Satisfaction with EDC Digital Transaction Service in Phnom Penh. This study has 2 variables. The independent variable is consumer perceived ease of use measured through the EDC e-service platform and partner bank-based applications such as ABA, ACDA, Bing, and Canada Bank. Dependent variable is the consumer satisfaction, specifically looking at the post-use outcome and the service experience. So this study focuses on EDC consumers living or working in Phnom Penh who has used this digital service at least once. Now let me prove the writing strategy I use, which is the global to the local strategy. As you can see on this slide, the background of the study is structured so that it begins with the global fact, covering the worldwide and regional digital payment strength, and then consistently narrow down to the local, context-specific to Cambodia and EDC. On the left, paragraph 1 and 2 are global. Paragraph 1 open with the worldwide digital payment transactions, and paragraph 2 move to the Southeast Asian region like Thailand, Vietnam, and Indonesia. Then on the right, paragraph 3, 4, and 5 are local. Paragraph 3 focus on the Cambodia and Phnom Penh. And paragraph 4 focus on the EDC and Cambodia digital government policy. And paragraph 5 is identify the local user challenge. So this consistent narrowing from the global to the local is the core of my strategy. To prove this more specifically, let me walk through each paragraph using the actual text from my background of the study. You can see the paragraph 1 is global. It's worldwide. It's open with the sentence. Digital payment system has significantly transformed how the consumer conduct the financial transactions. So this is clearly worldwide. It means the global facts. And paragraph 2 is global. It's about the region, Southeast Asia. It talks that in Southeast Asia, digital financial service has expanded rapidly. Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia. This narrow to the Southeast Asia region, still global. Paragraph 3, it's about the local. It talks about the Cambodia. It states that at the national level, Cambodia has experienced rapid growth in digital payment service, particularly in urban areas such as Phnom Penh. Here is a strategy set to local, focus on the Cambodia. Paragraph 4, it's also the local EDC's policy. It states that EDC has introduced several digital payment options consistent with the Cambodia Digital Government Policy 2022-2035. This focuses specifically on EDC and national policy local. Paragraph 5, it's about the local. It is issue paragraph. It begins with the sentence. Despite notable progress, several operational and user-related challenge and remain observable. This is the second and last paragraph that identifies the local present issue. As you can see, each paragraph consistently moves from the global down to the local, proving the strategy is used through the entire background of study. Now focus specifically paragraph 5, which is the second to last paragraph of the background. This is where the issues are clearly identified. The paragraph open with despite notable progress, several operational and user-related challenge remain observable in the use of the digital payment service. And then the 3 specific issues are highlighted here. Issue 1, the platform complexity. User face difficult with the navigation, interface design, and understanding digital procedure, especially when the platform are complex and unstable. Issue number 2, digital literacy and trust. The variation in digital literacies affect the user confidence in completing online transaction, and security and privacy concern for the influence engagement. Issue number 3, the service reliability and access. The technical disruption, inconsistent network availabilities, and different in-service qualities across location affect in our users' experience. So all these issues are local and pleasant. They're grounded in the real observation challenge EDC user in Phnom Penh. Moving to the last paragraph of the background of the study, this paragraph serves as the transition that connects the background to the statement of the problem. The last sentence of the background read that this observable issue that highlights the importance of examining users' perception of digital platform, particularly perceived is outuse as a factor that may influence the consumer satisfaction with the public digital service such as EDC digital transaction system. This paragraph does 3 important things. The first, it linked to the 3 issues directly to the need for the study perceived ease of use. The second, it established the importance of the study, explain why the examine ease of use and the satisfaction matters for EDC user in Phnom Penh. And the third is the naturally lead to the statement of the problem as the next logical step. Finally, let me show how the issue identify the background will carry into the statement of the problem. The statement of the problem opened with the sentence. Despite the Cambodia's significant progress in developing digital payment service, consumer using EDC digital transactions platform in Phnom Penh continue to faces several observable challenges. As you can see on the slide lectures, each background issue is directly framed as a research challenge in the statement as a problem. Issue 1, the platform complexity becomes the challenge. Once variation in the pursuit is obtuse, interface complexity and non-entities design. And issue number 2 is digital literacy and trust become the challenge. 2, digital literacy gap, reducing confidence and security concern affecting engagement. Issue number 3, service reliability become the challenge number 3, and technical disruption and the network issue across the location. This demonstrates a clear and systematic alignment between the background of the study and the statement of the problem. To summarize this, the lectures has demonstrated 5 key points. The first, the research title was clearly introduced. The second, the global to the local strategy was proved when the paragraph by paragraph used the actual text. The third, the issue were well identified in the second to last paragraph. And the fourth, the last paragraph properly transitioned the background to the statement as a problem. And the fifth, all 3 issues from the background were used to build the statement as a problem. Thank you for your attention.